Christ is risen. Hey guys, Father Photius here with another parable of our Lord Jesus Christ, also from the 25th chapter of St. Matthew's Gospel. This is the parable of the talents. We remember that a talent is a certain amount of money. It's roughly a year's worth of wages. And so that's what to have in mind as we hear this. Okay, Jesus said, "For the kingdom of heaven is like a man traveling to a far country, who called his own servants and delivered his goods to them. And to one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to each according to his own ability. And immediately he went on a journey. Then he who had received the 5 talents went and traded with them, and made another 5 talents. And likewise, he who had received 2 gained 2 more also. But he who had received 1 went and dug in the ground and hid his Lord's money. After a long time, the Lord of those servants came and settled accounts with them. So he who had received 5 talents came and brought 5 other talents, saying, 'Lord, you delivered to me 5 talents. Look, I have gained 5 more talents besides them.' His Lord said to him, 'Well done, good and faithful servant. You were faithful over a few things. I will make you ruler over many things. Enter into the joy of your Lord.' He also, who had received 2 talents, came and said, 'Lord, you delivered to me 2 talents. Look, I have gained 2 more talents besides them.' His Lord said to him, 'Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a few things. I will make you ruler over many things. Enter into the joy of your Lord.' Then he who had received the 1 talent came and said, 'Lord, I knew you to be a hard man, reaping where you have not sown, and gathering where you have not scattered seed. And I was afraid, and went and hid your talent in the ground. Look, there you have what is yours.' But his Lord answered and said to him, 'You wicked and lazy servant, you knew that I reap where I have not sown, and gather where I have not scattered seed. So you ought to have deposited my money with the bankers, and at my coming I would have received back my own with interest. So take the talent from him and give it to him who has 10 talents. For to everyone who has, more will be given, and he will have abundance. But from him who does not have, even what he has will be taken away. And cast the unprofitable servant into the outer darkness. There will be weeping and gnashing of teeth.'" Okay, so this one has been the lengthiest one to read, but the message here is one which every Christian should take note of. And granted, it is for a Christian audience, those who are disciples of Jesus Christ, those who have answered his call, who are following him. The Lord gives to his servants, not to strangers, not to anyone else, but to his servants. And he, what are the talents? What is the money that he's giving them? What he's giving them is grace. He's giving them grace. We in the Orthodox Church understand that grace is the energy of God, the uncreated energy of God, the activity of God. He gives it to them freely. He gives it. They don't have to do anything to earn it. He just gives it. But he expects each one of them to make something of it. That is, you've received the grace, but what do you do with it? How do you react to the grace? What good thing do you do so that this grace might be multiplied? To one he gives 5, to one he gives 2, to one he gives 1, each according to his abilities. God knows the abilities of his servants, and he gives accordingly. And it's interesting to notice the reaction of the master when he returns from his journey. When he returns from his journey and has the calling to account of his servants, this, of course, represents the final judgment, where his servants have to give an account for what they have been given. And to the one who made the 5, his words are, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You were faithful over a few things. I will make you ruler over many things. Enter into the joy of your Lord." That's what he says to the guy who made the 5 talents. Now, some of us might expect that with the guy who made the 2 talents, the response might be something like, "Oh, well, not too bad. I mean, it's not as good as the guy who made the 5, but, it's something, it's nothing to sneeze at." But no, the master's reaction is exactly the same as his reaction to the one who had made the 5. The one who made the 2, he gives him the exact same reaction, which tells us that the guy who was given the 1, if he had just made 1 more, the reaction would have been the same for him. But the one who received the 1 did nothing. He did nothing with the grace that was given to him. And so nothing happened. And this is a terrible thing for a Christian, for nothing to happen. We are given grace, we should do something with it. We should cooperate with this grace in some way, shape, or form. The servant who has the 1 talent, who hid it in the ground, the Lord addresses him as, "You wicked and lazy servant." Now, we look at this. Does it look like he's done any great evil? In this parable, did he go out and kill people? Did he, set people's houses on fire or what? No, he doesn't. He just did nothing. He did nothing. And based on his inactivity, he is called wicked and lazy. So this is a warning to us and an encouragement simultaneously that God will take whatever it is we have to offer. He gives his grace. We don't earn it, but we have to cooperate with it when we get it. Okay, God bless you guys. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.